She has a privilege. She has been in this league for a year? And she makes more money than the people who built this league, and she understands there's a reason. Not because she shoots the ball well. Yes, that also helps.
You don't know what you're talking about, do you?
But there's another reason, Scott. There's a reason that says I'm white, and it's a privilege, and people love me. And I'm okay with that, but I want to also acknowledge everyone else. Why is she being bullied?
Why is that wrong?
Why is she being bullied for acknowledging something that's smart, truth, and factual?
Before Scott Jennings completely eviscerates this point with logic and common sense, you're trying to use a victim mentality of what Caitlin Clark is doing, or appeasing to a certain demographic of people to make them happy, to justify why she's right. She's not right. She's completely wrong. And Scott Jennings is going to elaborate beautifully on why this is such an idiotic statement by Caitlin Clark.
Well, a couple things. Number one, whether you're an athlete or anyone else, if I hear you use the phrase "my truth," I immediately then discount everything else you say, because there isn't my truth or your truth. There's just the truth.
He ain't lying.
And when you start using phrases like that, it tells me that
That's not true.
Your brain has been captured by something that I don't really respect.
That's not true.
Number two.
That's not true.
Number two. The attention the league got this year was amazing, and it was all because of her. She is an amazing player. The arenas were full when she played in them. The TV ratings were up when she was on television. That's undeniable.
It's facts! It's facts! It's not facts. These sites is not facts. It's not facts.
But the league still lost like $40 million this year. And it's never made money. And to me, when you're talking about having respecting people who built something, what did they build? A league that loses money every year? She has the capacity.
What do you mean?
To
What do they build? What do you mean? What do they build?
What kind of a business did they build?
They've had a business model that has allowed women who have never had a professional sport here in America, in the United States of America, to play. They've kept it alive.
This is what happens when you argue with your emotions, and you're blinded by your emotions only, and you want to be right by any means necessary. That's not a business model, what you're talking about, Cari Champion. You're talking about ethics. That's not a business model, that's ethics.
In this country that we've never tackled. Because there are two things fundamentally wrong with what Scott said. The first is when you say things like my truth, right? And you just tune that out. My truth is just vastly different than yours.
No.
I'm going to literally prove to you why this imbecile, what he said is just objectively wrong and incoherently stupid. What Scott stated was a fact that is not up for debate. The WNBA loses it's going to lose $40 million. That's a fact. That's not his version of the fact. That is a fact. So this thing called my truth is BS. It's a defensive mechanism for them to be right about something they can't be right about. That's all it is. It's just pure idiocy for people that want to be right about their feelings. That's all they're doing, sugarcoating their feelings with specific terms.
It's not just the truth. In fact, one of the things I would like to just help you understand is that the definition of white supremacy, do you know what the definition of white supremacy is? It's when you feel like equality is oppression.
What the fuck are you talking about, man?
He just went from what the definition of truth is to race, two things that don't even correlate with each other, to try to justify his reasoning of why the WNBA or why Scott Jennings is wrong. Like, you see why debating people like this is very aggravating and stupid. If you're not calm and collective and pay attention to what they say, they'll confuse you with their stupidity. It's not because it's smart. It's just because it's really aggravating and stupid.
Do you know what the definition of white supremacy is? It's when you feel like equality is oppression. And for some reason, it gets so entangled because people just simply want equality, and you feel like that's taking away something from you.
That just makes no fucking sense. I mean, it's just bullshit.
I'm not dare saying that anybody at this table is a white supremacist, but what I am trying to do is at least educate you on what the truth is. All these women who who do something insanely better than all of us at this table did not build anything that you can't respect. Yet the league wasn't built in a way that would make money. That's not what it is.
That's not what it was for.
Are you fucking dumb?
So it's not there to make money, but they have season passes, season tickets, merchandise, television contracts. So it's not there to make money. It's just there for feeling good, empowerment of women playing professional basketball, and that's it. So the WNBA players shouldn't be bitching and complaining about making money then, right?
But Scott, it's disrespectful for you to say, what have they built? There
That's
are
my point.
there are little children right now, little girls at home hoping that they can play in what they call the WNBA. And the reason why it's still up and still running, whether it's losing money or not, is because of these black women.
Hell no. To the no. Hell to the no.
The reason these little girls can have dreams of playing in the WNBA is because of the NBA providing $10 to $15 million for this league to stay viable in its existence, not because of what the nonsense you just said, which is a flat out lie.
When I hear the phrase white privilege, sports is the one place where nobody on the field has any privilege at all. She doesn't get extra points when she shoots because she's white. She gets the same number of points as anybody else.
Hold up. Let him.
Sports is the great equalizer, and it just felt like to a lot of people that she was groveling for no reason because she is an amazing player who deserves all the accolades she's getting right now for doing what she's doing for women's basketball.
Fatality.
Scott Jennings came prepared with facts, logic, common sense. That other nitwit he was sitting next to tried to use a bunch of word salad, buzzwords, and logical fallacies. Cari Champion was coming from a standpoint of an emotional integrity, as if that's supposed to mean something when you're dealing with things that are just cut, clear with facts, black and white. No pun intended, but it's just the factual nature of what Scott Jennings was talking about. The league loses money. But they wanted to come from a emotional standpoint, mostly Cari Champion, and the other guy was just trying to give word salad and definitions to topics that had nothing to do with the subject matter in the first place. And to my advice to Caitlin Clark, as quickly as you guarded your fans, you will lose them if you appease to people that don't like you just because you want to be accepted by people who don't like you. Play your game, focus on being the best player you can be, and stop worrying about making people happy who don't like you. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. Give me your thoughts below.